Are we all in?
I guess we're in, yeah.
These are searchlights. We're on low. We're on Lowe's Martinez. These are Martinez searchlights.
We're not the biggest crowd in the world, but we could be louder. Let's be louder. And you knew
Thursday night, the Martinez Campbell Theater. My name's Mark Hines. I'm the manager of this theater. Handling all the technical issues in the back is Randy Knott. And you should applaud for him because you're not going to hear or see anything without him. He's done wonders with what we've had to work with here. We're very glad to have you all here. I'm excited. This is the ultimate community event. This is exactly the kind of thing we've been telling the city we wanted to get done out here. Jamie will be telling you more about it in a minute. We have a lot of improv coming up. Their information's on the showcase poster out front. Later in December, we're going to have all kinds of things going on, including the talent groups from StarQuest is coming over from Pleasant Hill for a couple of matinees. That should be a lot of fun. On December 30th, the Downtown Martinez is hosting a comedy night. Will Durst will be here, Johnny Steele. On November 25th, I think we have another film thing going. And we'll be talking more about that as we go along. But right now, I want to talk about somebody very special. Janae Bombardier, who will be coming out in a moment, will have her own show here on December 6th. There are flyers for that in the lobby. And we'd love to fill this place up with her. She's well, you're going to hear her. She's going to sing a couple of tunes for us now, accompanied by David Auerbach, who is buried back there with the piano. Thank you. And apparently is ready. So we have a baby grand piano that lives back there and has been helpful to us through this last show. But for now, please give a nice round of applause to Martinez's own Janae Bombardier. You ain't heard nothing yet, so take a flyer on your way out. Put December 6th on your calendar right here, one night only. It's now my privilege to introduce to you someone most of you probably know better than I do. A while back, this fellow wandered into the theater and said he had an idea. He made this film. He thought we should show it here. I said, why not? That's why we're here. I've seen part of this film. It's brilliant. It's really well done. And it's my great pleasure to introduce to you now the reason for her being here tonight, Jamie Jobb. Thanks a whole lot.
By the way, I am that primitive man she was looking for. And normally I hang out right over here. This has been really a wonderful little journey for us. We didn't know until the beginning of this week this was even going to be able to happen. That's why we really didn't want to spread the word too far. I've been working on the project for 5 years. My neighbor produced this album, These Magic Words. David Jones, a lot of people know David. And he performed it at Armando's an album release party, and I decided that it'd be a good idea to video that. I'm his neighbor, and be a neighborly thing to do, and put it up on YouTube. So we did that. And David's a man of few words. Afterwards, we said, well, how did it feel to perform there? And he said, you know, it's like being inside a kaleidoscope on that stage. And what that did was, for me, it crystallized something I wanted to do. And I've retired for 2 years and focused on this for 2 years now, of doing this, quoting Roy Jeans, kind of a little takeoff on what we used to wear in the 70s. Okay, well, some of us like puns, but anyway, Roy is a real character. He's one of many characters around here. What I love about what happened in this process was the town stood up and spoke like the walls of Armando's. We quote like crazy. And what I also love about this is David's wife, Eileen, my neighbor, is an extremely good listener. If you look at her, you can tell she's really listening, and not only that, thinking ahead for you on what you should be telling her next. And so we said, let's have her interview Roy. Roy is a guy who won't give you a straight answer anyway, so let's get her to try to keep him on track. And when we got into it, we found out the quotes really help with the editing. You'll notice that keeps Roy on track. There's one other thing in here to notice. Roy is going to be seen painting outside. And he tells you that he's going to paint the letter C, but he ends up painting a letter K. Now, baseball fans around here, especially baseball fans who appreciate the number 40, 3 wins and no losses in the World Series this year. That person, if you appreciate him, you'll appreciate what Roy painted in the road up there, and why we chose this night, the night after the 7th game, to show this movie. Okay, so let's see it. Thank you very much. And Randy, by the way, rigged all this up for us, and it looks a lot better than I thought it ever would. Thank you very much, everyone.